Time of patient contact, 2:17, my partner said, and then the hotel room door swung open, and I saw my wife on the floor, wrapped in a white sheet that wasn't ours. That's when my hands started shaking. Only after that moment does the rest matter. I'm 38. I've been a paramedic in Phoenix for 12 years. My wife, Carla, and I were married 10. We were the couple people trusted with their kids, their pets, their spare keys. Lately, though, we've been living parallel lives. She worked late. I worked nights. We left notes instead of conversations. When I asked if something was wrong, she'd smile and say, "You worry too much." The call came in just after 2. Possible overdose. Hotel near the freeway. My partner, Luis, drove. I checked the bag by muscle memory. When we rolled the gurney inside, the front desk clerk wouldn't meet my eyes. Room 614. The door opened to chaos. Pill bottles on a dresser, a man pacing in socks, and Carla on the carpet, pale, breathing shallow. For a split second, training took over. Airway, pulse, pupils. Then she opened her eyes and saw me. Her face changed. Not relief, recognition, shame. The man started talking too fast. She said she was separated. He said. She panicked. I didn't look at him. I couldn't. Luis read my face and stepped in, calm and professional, giving me space without a word. We stabilized her, loaded her onto the gurney. As the elevator doors closed, Carla whispered my name like it was a question. At the ER, I signed the transfer and walked out. I sat in the ambulance bay until the sun started to thin the dark. When my shift ended, I drove home, showered, and waited. She came back late afternoon, bandage on her arm, eyes red. She stood in the doorway like a guest. "I can explain," she said. I nodded. "Go ahead." She talked about loneliness, about feeling invisible, about how it just happened. When she finished, she waited for comfort. What was his name? I asked. She hesitated. "Does it matter?" "It does," I said, surprised by how steady I sounded. She told me. I nodded again. Then I asked, "How long?" 6 months, she said. But it didn't mean anything. I laughed once. It came out wrong. "You brought him to a hotel." She crossed her arms. "You were never home. Your feelings don't matter more than my needs." There it was. Clean. Final. I looked at her and said the words I've been avoiding for years. "You never loved me the way I loved you." She didn't argue. She just said, "You were convenient. Safe." That was my collapse. Not loud. Not dramatic. Just a quiet understanding that the marriage I've been fighting for existed only in my head. I didn't beg. I didn't yell. I went to the bedroom and packed a bag. When she asked where I was going, I said, "Somewhere I don't have to pretend." The weeks after were procedural. Paperwork. Schedules. Therapy. I learned how to sleep without listening for a car. I learned how to walk into work without bracing for the next call to break my life again. We met once more to sign the final documents. She tried to apologize and softer, like regret could be retroactive. I listened. I didn't absorb it. Here's what I know now. Betrayal doesn't always announce itself with lipstick or text messages. Sometimes it waits until you're doing your job, until the uniform is on, and then it asks you to save someone who didn't protect you. Boundaries aren't punishment. They're first aid, and healing isn't dramatic. It's choosing, day after day, not to re-enter a room where you learned your worth was negotiable. I still answer calls at night. I still save strangers. I just don't confuse loyalty with self-erasure anymore.